Hey there, future juniors. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for coming and listening to why we think you should take APUSH. I'm sure in these crazy times you've got a lot on your mind and a lot on your plate, but we want to give you some reasons why we as APUSH teachers think that it would be a great thing for you to join us in APUSH next year. First of all, my name is Jennifer Kane. I am one of the AP and dual credit U.S. History teachers. I'm also the department coordinator for social studies. So, and I also want to tell you that both of my boys, one is a junior this year, one is a freshman in college, have been through APUSH. And so I see this from not just a teacher perspective, but also from a parent perspective. So why take APUSH? Why this class over maybe other choices? So for one thing, AP US History is a prerequisite no matter what your major is. So if you're a basket weaver and that's your major, or you're pre-med or you're an engineer, knocking your humanities credits out like US History 1 and 2 is really important. And this particular humanities credit is one that's required in all public colleges for sure, and probably most private colleges too. So this allows you to knock out some of those classes and get you a little bit ahead when you start in college. What are you going to get out of APUSH? How are we different? So we're not the standard 45-minute lecture. We do have days that we do have lecture, but we always have some sort of engaging thing. For instance, now during coronavirus times, we don't do straight lecture. We do Nearpod that has questions along the way, so it stops and have you engage in that. We do breakout rooms and things like that to keep it exciting. We're really hoping that it won't be this way and that we'll be back to full in person next year. And in that case, we get up and move around and do all kinds of very fun activities.
My favorite thing was probably the escape rooms, and I also loved Absolute Zero, and I got so competitive and I won twice, so that was fun.
The speed datings, then you get to dress up for extra credit.
I actually shuffled like soldiers back from the battle, so I won those. But I was in Alabama, but
To tell you the truth, it takes a lot of commitment, but for me, I set reminders on my phone to let me know what I had to do, and if I got things ahead of time, I try to break it up and do a little bit each night, so it wasn't as hard I didn't have to do so much every night, so I still had time to do whatever I wanted, and that's about it.
So how are you graded? So it's just like any other social studies class in which it's 50% summative, which are the test grades, and 50% daily grades. And so the summative are major grades, tests, and essays. We do a lot of writing in the class, okay, but I don't want you to be afraid by that. The reason we do it is because 60% of the AP exam is written. So we kind of warm you up and get you to the point where you're able to write. But I want to say that don't be afraid of AP US History just because you don't like writing. Writing in history is very, very different than writing in English. It's much more formulaic. And so students who don't necessarily enjoy writing or struggle with writing don't always have a problem with writing in history. Okay, so here's one thing I know that you're concerned about. What about the homework, right? So what we did in the past was we had an out-of-class notebook, and that notebook would be due at the time of the test. The way we've changed it is for coronavirus is we take an item a week. So you have like one homework assignment a week that's outside of class. You might have assignments here and there that are due during class and in class, and that is not really that frequent. But you will have the one homework assignment a week. So like video summaries, we have you do a short answer question, something like that. So you get that at the beginning of the week and it's due at the end of the week.
One, they helped you with perseverance, which you really need for the AP exam, and they also helped me go through those skills that you would think you wouldn't really study until the end of the year, right before you take the test, but instead you're getting them done all the time, so when you go in, it just feels like routine rather than a challenge.
For me, the notebook prepared me because it's basically what's on the AP exam. Everything from the LAQ, DBQ, and SAQs, that's all what you're going to expect on the exam, so...
And so the question for you, and something you really have to think about, is are you willing to time manage in order to get those assignments in? Are you willing to do that? And I will tell you that I am 100% happy. We will take students wherever they are. History has not always been your subject. We want it to be your subject. We will get you there. The one thing we ask is that you're willing to try, you're willing to put forth effort, and you're willing to learn how to time manage, even if you're not a great time manager.
To always study for the test and study for the AP test, and that you will just believe that you'll succeed.
Don't cheat because Miss Kane finds out.
Please do not procrastinate on your notebooks. I've heard of people like doing it the night before, and some people have mental breakdowns. Like I know I would be like, no, I could not do that. So please do not procrastinate. It's literally horrible if you do.
Don't procrastinate. That's the worst thing you could do. If it helps you do a little bit each night, just don't try to wait till the last minute to do everything, and don't cheat because you'll end up in a bad place if you do.
So let us know. Ms. Polovich is one of the other teachers, Mr. Reed is one of the other teachers, or me, Ms. Kane, reach out to us. We are happy to help you and answer any questions you have.